Every time I start my live, it's on mute. Can y'all hear me okay? Hey, Bugsy, Jesse, Earth, German Shepherd. Welcome, everybody in the chat. I want to apologize for yesterday. I had it scheduled for 6 and had every intention of going live, but some stuff come up. But we're here today. I was over at Chasing's watching the Bullhorn Betty court date. Was any of y'all watching that? Hey, Pearl. It got continued. Yeah. I'm glad that the old Bullhorn can just keep getting, I don't know, that woman gets more chances than anybody I've ever seen. Hey, Tennessee Southern Hale. Good to see you. Hey, TJ. Kim. Vicky. Good to see everybody here. Pollyanna, are you still mad at me, Pollyanna? She messaged me last night. She was like, "You pushed the live back, you evil woman." What is that, Vicky? I've been watching Chimp Chazzy. What is that? Hey, Josh B. Lunar. God, that was so hick. Lunar. You forgave me eventually. Hey, Georgette. Wait a minute. What is Chimp Crazy? Oh, wait a minute. I saw that on HBO Max. Is that like a show where people get exotic animals and it ends up going horribly wrong? Is that what it is? I don't know why people get these type of animals. Oh, okay. Yep, that's what I thought. I did see that. It come up in my recommendations on HBO. It's that wild, huh? I'm going to have to check it out then. Okay. Well, I'm not going to hold you up too long. Today, I'm going to talk about, hey, Bubblegum. Let me go ahead and cue it up. Give me just a second. Make sure we have oh, who's that? Well, I'll be damned. That guy looks familiar. Shout out to Pearl. Always. Shout out to Pearl. You will obey the rules of the duck race. Let me pull this up. No need to see the screen. Today we're going to be listening to some dude named Matthew. He's been crying, I want to say, for about 3 months or longer. No, longer than that. It's September. Hell, 5 maybe. For mainly the jerks to answer to him. For what, I have no clue. I don't watch him. Haven't been watching him. And this drives him insane. He refuses to believe that somebody isn't watching him. Well, I got news for you, buddy. I haven't been watching you, but look here. Recently, I have. And when I say recently, I mean of this past weekend. Yeah, I did a review of you over on my Patreon. I think that was Saturday night. Yeah, if you want to join it and listen, you can. But I'm going to review you here today. And you know, Matthew, I thought about something as I'm listening to your live from the other night. You said we will never come over there and grab a link. You're right. Because I'm not never over there listening to you. But I hear plenty that you got a lot to say all the time. And today I really thought, I even had it in the description, I am going to drop the link for Matthew today. Nah, I'm not either. Because you've done plenty of talking for a long time. Now it's my turn. Okay? So listen up. I'm going to go over this live that you done the other night, Matthew, covering Dick Tim, aka Unseen. And we're going to get into it. So y'all sit back. The beginning is a lot of mic issues. There's nothing to see but some goofy dude on the screen. Got a lot of sound issues, Matthew. So I'm just going to let it play and give commentary where I see fit. All my day ones know that.
Oh, I'm Richton or whatever the fuck words you use. Don't you ever in your fucking life, don't you ever fucking say that shit again. You call her Miss Linda, motherfucker. Kicking it with these same fake ass bitches, and Linda's gonna be in your. Oh, well.
I wanted to skip past that because the person that was brought up she's nowhere a part of this, and we will respect her and her name and leave her out of it. I don't guess so, TJ. But he's got several children, no lie. I heard he was moving. With me, I've got plenty going on. I can't imagine 7 children and a move. Like, I don't know how you have any time, but go ahead. Good on you, I guess.
Whatever. Anyway, let's I don't want to watch no more. I ain't gonna lie. I don't want to watch no more. No, after that, Linda. I mean, I don't even want to play any more of your live Glass House. I just don't care. At one point I skipped it, but you brought up weird ass lady. You are weird and crazy. Absolutely crazy. Yeah. Linda was a special soul, man. Selena, when Linda was around, you would think that I'm not harmless because one of you in particular, Tanga, this or something. Apparently, Glass House doesn't think so. Apparently, these scary ass women don't think so. Now I can see why a few of you would think that I'm not harmless because one of you in particular, Tanga.
All right, I got it where I want it now. And I slowed it down. That way we can hear it. How's the volume, everybody? Everybody hear real good?
Tanga. Hey, Tanga, I heard you was getting married. Is that right?
Unfortunately, I got to talk about this just a little bit. Our good friend Tanga and Matthew used to have a friendship on here, whatever. They're 2 grown adults. It wasn't none of my business. Wasn't any of our business. But once Tanga's, I guess she stopped speaking to this guy, as she's allowed to do, it all kind of, we all kind of got the shrapnel off of it. He has not let this go. Okay. Yeah, thank you, German Shepherd. That's all it is. I promise you that. He has a hate for women. That's all I hear. I don't ever hear him going after any dudes. If you hear him going after a dude, it's just one dude named Cornbread. It's always women, which there's going to be more shown here. It's always women. And I guess he's used to women being scared of him. I don't know. You got the wrong one here. You definitely got the wrong one here, Matthew. So he brings up Tanga, which we've been hearing that he does this a lot. He could be talking about the man on it does not matter. Okay. He could be working on a car, and somehow it always reverts back to Tanga and the jerks. Okay. Hey, Sinner. Good to see you, Sinner. Shout out to you. You are putting out some good content. I'm kind of stalking your shit. That's the word around here too. People love that word stalk, so I'm going to use it. You've been putting out some good content, Sinner. I really like it. If one of my mods could drop his link, I'd appreciate it. So anyway, he brings up Tanga. He's reviewing Glass House, and it quickly reverts to Tanga, which he'll get on to us. And then he makes a crucial mistake. Yeah. Hey, Tiny, good to see you. Yeah, if that's stalking, right? Yeah, you have.
You might want to hurry up and get married, or I do this live, because you might not be able to. Shout out to Certified.
So Matthew believes that Tanga is, he believes she's getting married, okay? And he says, oh my God, I'm trying to keep it. Let me, Tanga does have a special man in her life right now, but I don't see it leading to marriage, but okay, we'll leave it there. But he believes Tanga's getting married. I don't know where he's getting his information quick. Yeah. And he says, you should probably do this before I do this live. Now, he's been threatening to do this explosive live, okay, where everything's going to come out for about 5 months. We're still waiting, okay? But I'm going to get to that in a minute. Y'all hold up.
Certified, we should talk, man. Tanga, don't go pull a jinkies now and threaten him. Don't you go talk to him. Don't you go talk to him. Shout out to Son. That's why I had my microphone and that other thing. But then I don't have my regular. Whatever. I got my point across. Whatever. But you get the point, though. Wait, let me check on my audio. We're good. Dictum, you were claiming you were a free agent at some point. If that ain't the epitome of somebody, please love me, I don't know what is. A free agent? Do you share a channel? I mean, who the fuck shares a channel? A bunch of weird motherfuckers would share a channel.
So he's desperately going for anything. The fact that we share a channel as the Jerks, we sure do, and we have a good time. Matthew, you didn't have a problem with it when you were over there, did you? No, I didn't think so.
Never mind. Some of us roll solo here. Some of us need to be a part of a group. Well, I'll tell you what, bitches, I'm gonna dissect the fuck out of all of you. But mainly you, Tanga. It's mainly gonna be Tanga, though. I ain't gonna lie, it's mainly gonna be Tanga.
Sure, you sure are dragging your feet getting to this dissecting, ain't you? What's wrong, Matthew? I'd have done been on it. I would have. I'd have done had this rolled out. I'd have showed everything. You know what I would have done, Matthew? Huh? I would have shut up talking about it and just put it out. You know. Mention it all, Matthew. Mention it all. Shout out to her. She was a nut back in the day. Just like that, Matthew. That's what I'm saying to you. Mention it all. Because you know what, Matthew? Huh? You know what? Nah. You know what? Matthew, I'm going to wait. I'm going to wait. Just a few minutes.
It's going to be you. It's going to be you, Tanga. I'll probably get to you last, though. I'll probably get to like Bugsy and TJ first, because I don't know who the fuck you guys are. You be talking shit about me. Who are you, bitches? Who are you? It's like you guys go through all these fucked up tragedies, and wait, what? Wait,
Hey, Pearl.
Hi, darling. I just come in at the appropriate moment. You go through all these fucked up tragedies. I wish he'd continued that thought.
I wish you would have
Um,
continued that thought too.
I wish he'd continue any thoughts to a conclusion. That would be a start, wouldn't it?
It would be great. Anything, a start and a conclusion. But I don't think he's got one, Pearl. What fucked up tragedies were you talking about, Matthew? You didn't finish your thought. Why? Go ahead. Go ahead, Matthew. Tonight, I want you to go ahead and fire up your live. Matter of fact, get it started now. Okay? Fire that up and finish your thought. If you're going to say something, finish it. But it seems like you can't ever finish anything. Maybe that's your problem. I don't know. Y'all let me know. What do you think, Pearl?
I think that listening back, it is incredibly creepy the way they keep saying Tanga's name. Not in the way he thinks. He thinks it should make her wary and scared as some sort of foreboding, but it makes me worry that, well, actually, no, it makes me relieved that he lives a long way away from her. You sound
Yeah.
creepy and weird every time you say her name.
It's really, and I hate to pull this one, but it really does. And not in that stupid, weak ass way that you hear Ziggy yell it. They're all stalkers. You know, you look at Ziggy one time and you're a stalker. Remember the man on the porch? And she was having that yard sale. He was a
Yeah.
Now, Matthew, I think you've been looking really creepy, dude. And, well, I'm going to play something here in a minute, too, that doesn't make you look too good.
The bottom line here is a woman online no longer wishes to talk to you. That's it. That's the top and the bottom of it. And for some reason, this has hurt you so deeply that you can't get over it. I don't think this makes you look very good. It's
No.
not a matter of you said, "Oh, the jerks are trying to make you look bad," in one of the clips that was sent to us,
Mm.
and I've got no interest in making you look anything. It's
Don't think we have to. I feel like he
no.
is taking the charge there, and we don't need to do anything. Matter of fact, this is the first time he's been mentioned. Well, no, I mentioned him, what was it, last Saturday? First
I
time?
thought it was hilarious that he said that he was going to start with Bugsy and TJ, and he didn't know them. And I thought, yeah, that's proof that you don't know them because you don't want to start with TJ.
No, you don't. That is right. Go ahead and start with TJ. See how your day ends up.
I love TJ up and down, but you don't want to get into a fight with TJ.
Mm-mm. She won't stop. I'm gonna let some more of it play because it gets interesting.
I did not fart. All right, hold up. I'm thinking about it. I'm thinking about it. All right, but anyway, though. Man. Anyway, let's get to these people I want to interview. I still want to interview you, Jody Sue. Okay, if you tell me no one more time, then I won't ask. If it's a no, then I definitely want to interview your ex-husband, Andy. Jody Sue, I don't plan on talking about the case or anything.
You're really selling yourself
and
here,
leg day.
Matthew. Nothing makes somebody want to come and talk to you more than you aggressively saying, you say no one more time to me. That slipped out of your mouth very easily, didn't it?
Sure did.
And then talking about going straight to her ex, knowing that there's a whole situation there where
Oh, yeah.
they've admitted they get into physical knockdown, drag out fights, and that's one of the reasons they split up. So you immediately go from "Don't you dare say no to me" to wanting to talk to her ex, and you don't
Yep.
see how that comes across.
I guess he doesn't. Jody Sue told him no. She told him to get up out of her chat too.
I mean, I've got nothing for Jodie Sue. I think that she's
No.
obsessive in her own way. She never seems to have the same story twice. But I also recognise that whatever your thoughts about Jodie Sue, she is actually a very ill woman. And I mean that in the physical sense. I'm not I'm not speculating about a mental sense. I know she's been through a lot. I'm talking about physically. And I don't think people should play around with her.
I don't either, but he thinks everything's a joke. Okay.
You tripping, man. Jody Sue, that picture, she was cold, man. She was tripping, bro. I'm still Ernie. I want Ernie. I don't know if it's got to be over the phone. I will drive out to you, bro. I'll be the temporary interviewing tiger. But who else? What's that? Share. I'm gonna get Share in there. Share voices. Hey, I'd interview Dolly if I could. But yeah. Anyway, so I'm not gonna go over all her lives. It don't matter. If you guys want to check it out, please do. I can definitely clown on you for much more and much other dumb shit you put in this live. It just didn't. When it all comes down to it, you still mean nothing. I don't care. It doesn't matter. It really don't. No matter what. Hey jerks, you guys can convince everybody you like that I'm a bad guy. I'm still coming for you.
Come for me, bitch. I'm sorry. I just can't take it seriously. Am I meant to be frightened? Guy, I have been through so much in my life. Do you think you are scary to me? Bring it. I really don't give a fuck.
He truly believes it. He truly believes it. And Matthew, I got some bad news. I'm going to tell you something, buddy. I went through mine and yours Discord's or DMs. I went from beginning to end. I got it recorded. And I'm not going to play it unless I have to. But as I'm going through our messages, Matthew, just some YouTube bullshit, and you talking about interviewing, who was it, Moni Slaughter from Love and Hip Hop. I also went when the jerks and you were in a Discord together. I went from beginning to end of those too. I got it recorded, ready to use whenever I need. Couldn't find anything bad there. So I just want you to know I got everything I need. So if you put out anything false, you know how you like to, put things together and take them away, and you like to mess with the sound and all that. I just want you to know I got everything from beginning to end. Nothing was removed nor deleted. So just keep that in mind. I just figured I'd give you that heads up, okay? You understand? That's all.
It's you, Tanga. It's just you. Mainly you. Soup, bitch, you can catch it too. So I'll tell you what, Soup, why don't you come to my panel and I will give you this work. You like to give people work when they're not around. Bitch, come get this work.
I'll give you this work when I feel good and ready. Not when you call for me. Because I didn't send for you, Matthew. And I'm not getting on your weak ass panel. And like I said earlier, I thought about dropping you the link. Today I actually had it in the description. And then like I said earlier, I got to thinking, you've had plenty of time to talk, run your mouth, say all the things you needed to say. Now it's our turn, okay? I'm sorry. We don't watch you. I don't know
I
what
still
to
don't
tell you.
know where he got the idea from that we fired Unseen up when she did that weird dictum live. I mean, she's got me blocked in chat. I haven't spoken to her for about a year. Where he gets the notion from that we're somehow in her ear and we fired her up to talk about something that happened 10 months
10
ago, I
months ago?
gather.
No,
What the
no
hell?
offense, Unseen, but you were a little late.
I mean,
It
I
was,
presume paranoia is kicking in, that you presume that we fired her up. But no, I've got no interest in anything that Unseen does.
no.
And I certainly don't need her as any sort of ally. I mean, for God's sake.
Yeah, and did you hear what he said? No matter how much you try to convince people that I'm a bad person. What are you talking about?
Oh, yeah, you're endlessly the subject of our conversations, Matthew. We don't have anything else of any interest to talk about whatsoever. We haven't been, you've not mentioned. No one's interested. The most that's said is, oh, he's still banging on about Tanga with
Yeah,
that sort of
yeah, he's
why?
still going on about Tanga. That's it.
Oh, and I gather that he wants some sort of apology for me for the whole daddy thing. Um,
What
Pardon
daddy
me
thing?
for giving, you know, that there's the Tanga voice that says daddy that he keeps using.
Yeah,
I just presumed, I mean, pardon me for presuming that he'd obviously done it with AI because I never thought that if she had said that to you either jokingly or seriously, that you would then keep using it because that makes you even lower. Uh,
oh,
Never
yeah.
mind apologising for being mistaken and giving you the grace of thinking you played around with AI. If it is actually Tanga's real voice, that makes you even lower. I owe you nothing. Please do hold your breath for that apology.
Yes. Yes, start now. Well, I'm going to skip past this one. I'm going to go to this one. This one's more important to me. So give me just a second.
Yes, Pollyanna, I thought that it was said that it was AI. And I must admit, it didn't sound right to me. But then, you know, he says that it's real. Fair enough. That makes you even worse as far as I'm concerned. If it was said in comedy and you're using it to keep mocking her, that makes you low. And if it was said with any sort of seriousness, which I find extremely hard to believe, but if it was said with any sort of seriousness, that makes you even lower. By all means, carrying on showing yourself up, but don't expect anything from me. I've got nothing for you. And I know you're going to go in with all the usual bullshit. If you decide to have a go at me, I don't care.
Oh, yeah. It'll
And by
be,
the way,
yeah.
that Bad News Bears picture that you keep putting it because it's like it's meant to be the bunch of oddballs and the kid in the wheelchair. Do you not remember the film? The gang of oddballs win, Matthew. Did you not remember? So keep
Uh-oh.
using that picture because the joke's on you.
Uh-oh. All right. I'm going to go ahead and wait. Pearl, you got it for just a second.
Oh
Just
yeah,
give me
no problem, no problem,
20
darling.
seconds.
So yes, you can go with all the things that you want. You know, my age, my being English, my being in a wheelchair, my family, different aspects of my family. I expect you to do all of it, and I couldn't care less. Do it. Uh, you've got your little audience there. They'll lap it up. Nobody else gives a damn. And all the women who are in there listening to this carrying on, the way that he talks about Tanga, do you not find it at all disconcerting? How would you feel if it was your friend's name mentioned over and over like that by somebody who she had spoken to online and then no longer spoke to? It should not be this big of a deal. Do you not see that it's really, really strange? Does it not give you any pause for thought whatsoever? Because if it was some other woman, I would find it just as disconcerting.
Any woman. Yeah.
The way that he says her name, I mean, it's scary, but not in the way that he thinks.
Right. It's a different, like, creeper. But in that same live, there was a part that, well, how about I do this? I'll just let it play.
That was talking that shit about me before. Well, ma'am, I get brought into a lot of this shit. I get told information about people I don't even know. Go talk to Tanga. Tanga has told me so much about you guys. It's crazy. Like shit, I don't. Sorry. Like shit, I don't care about. I don't need to know about. You know, like what's going on in everybody's personal life. Like Soup, I don't give a fuck if you're having problems with your kid. Why is Tanga telling me about you and your child and the issues you go through? Only thing I can think of was, damn, why you on my nuts? Focus on your fucking kid. I told Tanga that. Did she tell you? Probably not.
Did y'all
He's
hear
so
that?
predictable.
This is when, and I told Pearl this. I said, this is when I was like, not that I had any doubt before, but this is when I was like, yep, I see the play. I've been seeing the play. But here's where you fucked up, Matthew. I will never talk about my child openly on this platform. But I'll tell you this about my son, who's grown. I have never had an issue with that boy. Knock on wood and pray to God. I count my blessings every day. And the other situation that I'm, you know, I don't like to share my business because it's just never good. But I am taking care of a child right now. I don't have any issues with that child either. So I would have never said that to Tanga. For her to say to you, Soup's having issues with her child. So it was in that moment when it was just completely clear. It's the power of persuasion, is what I'll call it. It's planting the seed and hoping that people will run with it, because you say just enough to plant the seed, right? You don't have to do much.
And
The
that's
rest will
exactly
take
what he
care.
did in the past with comments about Jenna and comments about Heidi. And of course, we all ate it up because we don't like them. And there's going to be people who eat this up because they don't like us. Fair
Yeah.
enough. But I tell you now, the most that will have been said was you might have asked if we were going live, and Tanga might have said to you, oh, Soup's got to be settling in the little one that's arrived, because it was an unexpected situation. And
Yep.
that would have been the limit of it. And just by you saying, oh, you've got complications, you can make something out of nothing there. And boy,
Exactly.
do you ever.
Do you ever?
And I tell you now, even if you've got a screenshot of Tanga saying something about me, it won't worry me. Do you know why? Because I've said this, Soups know I've said this in the past about anyone. Sometimes in a conversation, you will be annoyed with someone, and you will say in that moment of being annoyed, even though you love them, you will let out some frustration. I'm not going to cry about it. I've been in a relationship since 1989, and if you don't think there's been moments where I have said, for fuck's sake, if that you say these things, it doesn't change how you feel about the person. It's a moment's venting.
Yep.
And if all that somebody else knew about my relationship was that moment of me being exasperated, they could really make something out of it, and it wouldn't be true. And that's why I don't take seriously comments that are made briefly to other people sometime in the past. I have said terrible things in the past about Six Up. Now I'm at the stage where I would pretty much physically get into a fight to defend her because I was completely wrong.
Yeah.
Those people who still could dig up those comments, it would have been true in the moment that I said them.
Oh,
But
yeah.
that's not the whole picture. And so it doesn't matter if you've got a screenshot of Tanga being annoyed with me. I am not going to cry or care, and it will not change my relationship with Tanga at all.
It's
So
not.
do it.
And Vicky says that doesn't even sound like anything you would say. So Vicky has been with me, G5. These are some of the people that have been with me since I started. I've never mentioned my son on here. I don't speak about my family because this is the worst place you can bring anything. I would advise against it. So for him to say that and then say that he told me to get off of his dick. Well, Matthew, I'm going to tell you this again. I went through all of our messages, and it doesn't even matter because I would have never even said anything to you to make you think I was on your dick. I have a husband I love more than anything, and I have always been loyal and dedicated to him. But that doesn't even, well, I have never thought of a dude off the internet like that. So, again, the power of persuasion, huh? I can tell you right now your foot's on fire, and you'll start to believe it, and it'll even start to turn red, won't it? Because it's in your head now. That's what Matthew does to his subscribers over there. And any of y'all sitting over there slurping it up, I'm going to tell you something. Not too long. Give it a little bit. It will be you. Don't think you're good. Please don't. We never done nothing to this Matthew character.
I am not at all thirsty. I am very well watered. Not only am I not looking for dick on the internet, I'm certainly not looking for your dick, sir. So you can can all of that. I am not interested.
He would, Josh B. He would. I didn't even mention this to him because, God, hell no. Again, you women that sit over there slurping all this up, when I tell you you'll have a turn, you'll have a turn. People like him, they cannot help themselves. You don't even have to do nothing to him. Y'all remember when he did this to Tony? Tony wasn't innocent.
That's exactly it.
Mm-hmm.
Suggesting that he'd had communications with Jenna, but then he'd conveniently deleted them. You would have thought after you'd unfortunately deleted these things that you'd swapped with Jenna and these conversations that you'd had with Heidi, that you'd be a bit more on your game about keeping useful information. And yet you don't seem to have it out there. I mean, just like, either shit or get off the pot. Everybody's sick of listening to you talk about this. I don't know whether you think that you're keeping us in some sort of hyper state of suspense. We're not. We didn't even watch you interview Ziggy. Why did we want to listen to two voices that are so irritating to us?
I'm glad
Converse
you
with each
brought
other.
that up.
I know we were supposed to be really bothered by it. I can assure you that we weren't.
Well,
I don't know what it
really
is that you
him.
want. I really don't understand what it is that you want. And if you ever get an idea what it is and would like to clue us in, that would at least sort of answer the one question that I do have. Anything else I'm not bothered by.
Well, that bothered him, Pearl, that we did not watch that interview. He refuses to believe it. And that's the one I did on my Patreon, where he's very upset that we didn't watch the interview. There's no way that we didn't watch the interview. How dare we lie and say we didn't watch it? Well, Matthew, I told you and cursed with curiosity's comments. Well, I didn't even tell you. I made a comment in hers I didn't watch it. I figured she was on some old victim shit, per usual. And then Matthew comes up under my comment and says, "Yes, you did," laugh out loud. And I respond to him, and then he actually pretends that, nah, she said something. She said something back to me, but I didn't even read it. Oh, some yah, blah, 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 blah. Matthew, I told you I didn't watch it, and I didn't need to, because Cursed with Curiosity had put out just enough for me to see exactly what I thought it would be. You know, Ziggy's a victim, and then she gives you a card reading. Did you get anything out of it? That's right, 6-up. It's the jerk's fault. I didn't watch your interview. Now, I know that bothers you greatly, but I don't know what else to tell you. I'm not sitting over there listening to Ziggy squall and squeal about how she was done so horribly, completely leaving out all of the shit that she's done. I'm good. I think we've heard that enough, don't you, Pearl?
Yeah, and you couldn't even handle Ziggy. When you mentioned that photograph of her and her new ex-con husband in bed together, and she said, "How have you seen that? Who gave it to you?" All you had to say to her was, "It was the thumbnail to one of your shows," and you couldn't even handle that.
No. No,
Why couldn't you just tell her that, yes, she had actually put it out publicly? That's how you'd seen it. Instead, you let her burble on with her conspiracy tone of, oh, somebody, one of the few people, what, about 25,000 on the World Wide Web that she'd put the thumbnail out to, must have forwarded the picture to you somehow.
she really
Why on
thought that.
earth didn't you? Had you forgotten where you'd seen it? I mean, you don't seem very prepared when you do these interviews.
No, he's not very prepared, because in that moment he would have known she had made that a thumbnail. Ziggy didn't even know she had made it. She had made that of her and Fred laying in bed. That was a thumbnail for her video, y'all.
Yeah, I
Not
mean, that's something that it's something that you could connect over. She couldn't remember putting it out, and you couldn't remember where you'd seen it. Perfect pair.
It's hilarious. But Matthew, I hate that part for you, kind of. No, I don't. It's great that you went over and bonded in your hate for us with Ziggy, and get her on, have this interview and reading, and we don't even watch it. I can imagine your frustration. Like, damn it, I went and got this, brought her on my panel, asked her some dry ass questions, and then I get a stupid reading and they don't even watch. I know. I would be frustrated too. But I don't know
Well,
what to
I
do.
just hope that it got little Zig a nice sub, a hamburger or whatever DoorDash was providing that day. I hope little Zig ate off it anyway.
Yeah, but no, I'm sorry. We just didn't watch it. And like I said, I get the frustration because I see the play. Let me get under their skin. He even mentions in the one I just covered, Pearl, a little ways back, he even brings up Lolita. Okay, get her on. If you can get her on,
Yeah,
and you can
do
get
it.
some answers out of her, I might listen to that one, Matthew.
I think I would listen to that one. I don't know why we're meant to be scared by that. We've put everything out about it. Again, I don't know what it is that you're aiming for, Guy. What do you think we're going to do? Disappear off the internet? That's not going to happen.
No.
Get involved in a long-term back and forth with you? That's not going to happen. I'm so glad Soup's doing this now to deal with the pertinent point that you brought her family into this, because I can't wait to go back to never having to think about you again.
Yeah. It's just, here's the thing with Matthew, and I said this in the Patreon video that I did. When Matthew came to this sector, I liked the guy. Okay. I didn't have any problems with him. We would cut up with him. I thought he was a breath of fresh air to the sector. Hey, calm down. Just follow me. Excuse me. I thought he was kind of funny. He has a great voice. I will not take that away from the dude now because I don't like him. He had a great he has a great voice. He could do a lot of voiceover work if he wanted to. So I thought, this is good. Somebody, a man in the sector finally that's not beefing with just women or, God, I hate the word bash, or just bashing women. Yeah,
Boy, were we wrong on that one.
we were wrong. Yeah, and Six Up, you did. Okay. I'll give it to you. Six Up was
Six Up always said he likes to make women argue with other women. She'd got him pinned down from the get-go.
Yes. She never was like that, impressed with him. And I would watch, and then you all know me. When I am watching a content creator, I want him to stay on point. I want him to get the job done and execute it. I'm not saying I'm the best live streamer. I'm not saying I'm the best at anything, but I try to stay on point. For me, it was hard to watch Matthew. I don't care for the sound effects. I don't care for the random hollering or the AI chat reading everybody's comments. There's just too much going on and I lose interest. So I stopped watching him. Wasn't anything personal. Usually people let that shit go. It's not a war. You just don't watch him. Okay, you move on. And then he said some things that just aren't in alignment with how I believe. So then was the final straw. I'm out. I'm done. Goodbye. But I didn't say anything to him. You just keep it moving like a lot of people do. Well, for him, he took that very personal. And then I guess when Tanga stopped talking to him, it became much more deeper to him. This whole us not watching him. I don't know. Something's bothering the guy. And I got something queued up for anybody that may have missed it. I went and got it. If you don't find this creepy, I don't know what to tell you. And this goes back, let's see how long this has been going on. Let me get the date of this. That was 3 months ago. So let me let this play some.
As a matter of fact, it's looking so bad to where these people who have your back, they're going to look really silly pretty soon. That's, that's because I don't know. Maybe you meant things a different way. I don't know. I could be wrong. But Miss Tangeray, or should I say Brenda Jr., we should have a conversation, Brenda. We can save a whole lot of this. Ooh, shit, yes. Chili's on.
Let's stop it right there for a minute. But this is 3 months ago. He says, Tanga, you should really get a hold of me. And we can stop a whole lot of this. This is how long this has been going on. I'll let some more play.
I tell you what he sounds like. I'm not saying that he was drunk or high when he did that. I'm saying that he sounds like he is. He sounds like that guy that you went out with a couple of times when you were 18.
Yes.
Who got your home phone number and took a few weeks to get over it. Sort of, you come in and your mum would say, that weird kid's been on the phone again.
Yes.
Sorry, Mum.
Yes, that guy. And then you're like, it's over and they won't stop calling your phone. That's who he sounds like.
She What? What are you talking about? What does that mean?
Hey, Daddy.
Oh, damn. It's just AI. It wasn't really her voice, you guys.
Would you like to make your mind up? Is it AI or is it her real voice?
It's just AI. Nobody really calls me that, right? I'm sure. But hey, Miss Tangeray, I hear you and Matthew have exchanged numbers at some point. You should talk to him. He might even be able to save you some embarrassment. He also knows your way of doing things is just keeping quiet, closing your eyes, and maybe it'll go away.
I hate to break this to you,
Not only are
Matthew,
we going to bring on the fembots,
but Tanga is in possibly the happiest place that she's ever been in her life. She's so happy and busy at the moment that we've barely spoken to her. But you keep crying.
I do that again, girl.
I'm sorry, darling, what did you say?
Y'all give me a minute.
we're going to bring on some cold hard facts. And as
Do
far
it.
as
This is actually a wonderful example of what it's like waiting for Matthew to get to the point. Super's managed to knock herself off, and we'll be back shortly. I look, Earth. He said one moment he says it's AI, and the next moment he says it's real. I think that he said it was AI. It's some way of intimidating her. That he wasn't going to immediately say that it was real. But the thing is, if you did it with AI, it's creepy. If she actually said it to you as a joke and you're using it seriously, it's creepy. If by some weird chance she said it to you seriously and you're using it constantly throughout your shows, it's fucking creepy. So why don't you hang it up? It seriously, tickety boo. Listening to it back just makes it more unsettling. But again, not in the way that he thinks it's unsettling. He thinks he's being majorly intimidating. I don't find it intimidating from the, oh no, he's going to bring out these cold hard facts. He should do it. I find it unsettling that some guy has a bare bones internet conversation with a woman and gets this worked up about it when it's finished. Let it go, guy. You really are. Well, you're making a fool of yourself, really. I can't really do anything to steer anything up here because it's Soup Show, and I can't actually make it. Here we go.
Am I
Are you back,
echoing?
darling?
Am I echoing?
I
Yep.
can hear you.
All right. Hold on. How do we get rid of the God? Don't say nothing.
Soup is revealing our secret to the world. Soup is everybody. She just does the different voices.
See, it's still. Mm.
I wouldn't worry about it, Don. You've probably given him enough attention, to be honest.
I'm going to end it and start another one.
Okay, darling.
Ah, this is annoying.
Don't worry, it happens.